live. I am live. If you can hear me, that means that I'm live right now, like live, not like recorded. This is live right here. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. This is No Filter. And you need to log on to doggiediamondstv.com. If you miss any of my content, it's definitely on that website. You should bookmark the site. You should check it periodically. Blogs are about to start going on the site as well. So if you're a writer or anything like that, I need you to contact me because I need some bloggers. So just hit me up. Listen, man, have you heard about my $100 promo deal? If you didn't, I'm going to give you some details really, really quick. You should hop on it. This is for the month of July. We halfway in the month. The promotion will be done on Doggie Diamonds TV and the Interlude TV. That's the Insta Stories, the YouTube community, the Threads, Facebook, the Twitter accounts. I can promote whatever you need. But as a reminder, this is for serious inquiries only. You must be Cash App ready. I can help you bring more awareness to your products. Your products, your t-shirts, your YouTube, your new song, your album, your video. No matter what you have, I can help you bring awareness to your product. Listen, and I have a professional strategist that I know that's accepting new clients right now by the name of Coach Kendaka. Book your consultation with her. And this is for artists, podcasters, business owners, content creators, and her services include social media growth, brand clarity, organic supporter building, rollout strategy, product management, and monetization strategy. Just DM her at Coach Kendaka on Instagram to book. And it's another thing that I'm doing. I'm going to start plugging new artists. If you never heard of this artist by the name of Jamil Honesty, you should check him out. Jamil Honesty produces his music and raps on it. And not too many people can produce and rap at the same time, but he can do both. And the beats is dope. You know, if I say the beats is dope, I think they dope. But I think you should check it out for yourself. Leave some feedback. Jamil Honesty on Spotify. Check it out. Let's go. Yes. Yes. We here. We are here. This is Doggie Diamonds TV. This is Doggie Diamonds No Filter. And don't forget,
Doggie Diamonds did this.
Yes, when I say Doggie Diamonds this, that mean I did this, man. I did the graphics, I did the beat, I did the talking, I did the sound, whatever. Idris the God is in the building 09. Immortal 2K is in the building. This is live, so you know sometimes if I fumble, this ain't no rehearse, man. This is all off the top, all off cap. Ain't no rehearsing here. Jennifer Meseros. I hope I ain't butcher that, but shout out to you. Legends never die. You sound good. But we gonna disprove that tonight. Legends never die. Sticky Finger, what's up? Brooklyn GQ is in the building. EC is in the building. And he's in that green because he's a member. So he gets special privileges on my channel. CEO Felcone, what's up? Elmatic, what's up? Kerry, what's going on? MW101, what's up? Trevor Jackson TV is in the building. Yes, we gonna deal with that. Jay Sweets, what's up? Philly Sheed, what's going on? Ain't see you in a minute, but I'm happy you here. A-Child, what's up? SMD 97 show. That is my first cousin right there. For real. My mother and his father are brothers and sisters. Rest in peace to both of them. Sincere, what's going on? Beard, Son-Laws, what's up? Christopher Bailey, what's going on? Hood Politics, ENT, what's up? We got Trayvon Jackson in the building. Disrupting Reality NYC is in that green too. JG, I don't know who that is. Share Khan Bangers, what's up? And don't forget,
Doggie Diamonds did this.
You don't know that I did this, man. You know, we work hard over here. The graphics is on point. The sound is on point. Regardless to what they want to say, they try to sway you with craziness and all that. You already know what it is with me. Authenticity. I'm going to say something at the top of this show, too. As soon as I get on the camera. We're going to dispel a lot of rumors tonight. A lot of rumors. With proof, you know I show and prove everything. I show and prove. I like to show and prove. I like to show and prove everything I say. Oh, look. I ain't gonna front. I should be looking crispy, man. Like, that should be looking beautiful. Beautifully. Know what I'm saying? It's the sun cold. You be here sometimes and then you be leaving me. I need you here every night. But shout out to you always support. Shout out Northside, what's up? Watt Slice, what's up? So look, I want to say one thing. Right? Despite what people think, despite what's, spent about me, don't let that shit fool you when you hear shit on time. DJ Extra Nova, what's up? Tori and Howard, what's up? Listen, despite what you be hearing or you be seeing on X sometimes, I got mad DMs of people that I would never put them on blast because what we say is in confidence. The prominent of the prominent DM me every day, hit my phone and be like, yo, thank you. We need authenticity. We need a real voice that don't give a fuck and gonna say what they want to say about the culture because it be too much gatekeeping, too much cap. I am one of the only ones who say what I want to say and do what I want to do. And I don't have to worry about nobody. I ain't got to kiss nobody's ass, none of that. And believe it or not, it's a lot of people who love it. I know y'all love it, but it be other peoples that are prominent names that be like, yo, thank you for saying that. Because they can't for political reasons. Well, I don't have no political ties to no rapper, no artist, no record label, no brand, no sponsors, none of that. I can do and say what I want, how I want. And when I'm gone, y'all gonna miss it. As Mike Tyson would say, you're gonna miss it. I promise you, you're going to miss it. I can do what I want. I'm free. And they hit me and be like, yo, you had me rolling when you said, because they be agreeing, but it's not popular to agree with somebody that gets a narrative spent on them that they mad, they're bitter, they're angry. Look, nobody smile on their stream more than me. I gotta be mad at it. I live good. I just say what I want. And most of the time when you see me saying stuff to people, I'm reacting. I'm never the instigator, but I'm the finisher. No Mr. C. Even though rest in peace to Mr. C, that was my guy. But I just be finishing shit. I just be finishing people. This is easy to me. I know how to snap. I'm witty, fast, but enough about me. We talking about hip-hop tonight. And this is my last hip-hop topic for a while because I'm going to be real with y'all. When I talk about hip-hop, that's my lowest views. That's my lowest reception. When I talk about hip-hop, it's my lowest views, my lowest reception, my lowest output. I just got to be real. And, we do this for our growth. We do this for a living. We do this to put good content out. But if it's not received a certain way, that means the content ain't content. And then you got to move and do something else. So this is my last time talking about this for a while. I'm not going to be the sacrificial lamb. And then I got all these people that talk shit about me all day. I'm not this, I'm not that. And some of y'all don't be coming to my defense. Y'all be just sitting there watching people run their mouth. Right in the comments, y'all just be sitting there. I don't know if y'all LOL or whatever, but nah, that's my last time talking about this. And there ain't no self-loathing shit. I just got to make sure my shit intact because I got to keep this on. It ain't like the super chat is super chatting. Ain't like my Cash App is Cash Apping, so I got to keep these lights on, So I got to do them topics that's going to bring that money in. It's just, this is business. We still do what we got to do, but we got to keep it business. Them shares don't be sharing. Them likes don't be liking. Only when I talk about hip-hop, it be a little light. Look at that. Look at anything where I say hip-hop in the title, it be light. And we ain't doing all that. We don't do this for our health. We don't make sure all of this is beautifully for our health. We don't do this for bragging rights. I don't need validation. I need to keep my lights on. So, okay, I wanted to talk about something. Many of you are familiar with Willie Lynch, Although I'm going to be perfectly honest with you, I don't know if Willie Lynch is an accurate thing. Accurate is not the word. If it's an actual thing. It was some things in the Willie Lynch letter that made some people say, well, this couldn't have took place around this time that this letter was allegedly written, so this can't be accurate. But I will say the concept of it is real. Old versus young, men versus women, light versus dark, that's real. So barring the dates and some of the inaccuracies that people probably nitpicked about, the concept is real. Allegory, that's a perfect word. The concept is real. In hip hop, all y'all out there, I see Mike Mountain in the building. SMD 97 Show is another artist. This is my cousin, so I know he's an artist for sure. It's many of you that's ready to pack it up. Many of you are of a certain age that feel like you shouldn't be rapping no more. If you didn't make it, you know I like to do my quotes. But it always look crooked when I do it, so I got me. Yeah, there we go, that's better. You know I like to do it. If you didn't make it by now, you got to pack it in, right? Some people would tell you, yo, if you don't do this by 40, if you don't do this by this, then you just need to quit. It's a young man's game, a young man's sport. And they weaponize that against you and they use it against you. And for the most part, it worked. It worked. Some of you feel like, damn, I didn't put out my first album yet. I'm in my 40s. Or some people in their 50s. I didn't put out my album yet. I might as well stop. I might as well quit. But I want to say to y'all, art is art. And how you sell your art and how you present your art will have a lot to do with your age. The Clips disproved that. Nas disproved that. Wu-Tang is on a national tour right now. Them niggas ain't little. So, when you are of a certain age, because I want to show you some ages really quick. I want to show you some ages. So they say hip hop is a young man's sport, right? So let's go what was considered to be young men. Are they really young? What is young these days? To me, when I see a young rapper, I'm going to think that they're 22, 21, 23. That is young to me. That's young. Let me show you what you're up against that's being called young. Let me show you. Stop the rundown music. Chief Keef, who's been in the culture for a long time, is 29. Is he young? That's young? Chief Keef is 29. That's young. He don't even make music no more. But in your mind, you'll think, damn, Chief Keef is one of the young boys. I ain't trying to compete with Chief Keef. I'm 47. Chief Keef is 29. 29 is not young. That's not young. G Herbo is 29. That's not young. Little Durk is 32. That's young. These are the people that they telling you is the young men that you competing against. So if you're 47 and he's 32, that's the young man that you should get out the culture for? NBA YoungBoy's 25. I would say 25 is young. Not even 30 yet. Bad Baby, let's just admit her from the game. Soulja Boy's 34. We remember Soulja Boy for so long. These dudes are veterans now. How are they young? How is somebody 34 years old young? How is that young? But these are the dudes that they'll tell you, this is a young man's sport. These are the young men that are successful. Kodak Black is 28. Kodak Black is 28. Kendrick Lamar is 38. Drake is 38. How is it a young man's sport? What is young? 38 years old is not young. So you feel discouraged because you're your age. And you're just like a generation older than dudes. For example, who's on the world tour right now? Raekwon. Is Raekwon a legend? Now, it's a young man's sport, right? Besides, I would say Chief Keef is a legend. I would say Soulja Boy is a legend. I wouldn't give that to G Herbo. Dirk ain't no legend to me. Neither is Kodak Black. So we hearing this a young man's sport and they legends. Some people might argue that Dirk is a legend. I ain't gonna argue with that. But we'll still play some Chief Keef music. Soulja Boy, you might play Superman. That I don't know about no G Herbo music. Respectfully, I don't know. But I don't know him having any classics that I'm like, oh nah, throwing that G Herbo. I've never been nowhere with young dudes that they said, yo, I'm throwing that G Herbo. But if you hear, I grew up on the crime side, the New York Times, that is forever. So how is it a young man's sport if these guys is on tour? Raekwon about to drop in a few days. Just think of that. Think of that. Can G Herbo do a whole tour where he headlined? Soulja Boy? Maybe Young Boy if he stay out of jail. Maybe. Because Young Boy is a big artist. I'll give Young Boy that. His streams is crazy. Dirk, I think, tried it. And I think something went wrong. He went to prison. But Dirk could do a tour. Soulja Boy can't do no tour. Right now where he headlining. So you got the Wu-Tang. Ghostface is 55. RZA is 58. No, 56. Jizza is 58. Deck is 55. Cap is 55. How is somebody telling you it's a young man's sport? Pusha T is 48 and Malice is 52. Nas is 52, 53. How is it a young man's sport? And all of these guys have classics forever. Look, everybody who I named is forever etched in hip-hop history. But they're telling you it's a young man's sport. But the young men don't even be having no classics. The young men don't even be legends. And they've been in the culture for so long, they not going to be legends. All the young men they telling you is old is already veterans. They already veterans. They already veterans. How long Chief Keef been in the culture? They might be good for some spot dates. They might be good for some come out of the show. But Wu-Tang, as we speak, is headlining a tour. Kendrick, as we speak, who's 38 years old, is headlining a tour. That's not a young boy. Now, let me tell you what they did. And this is where we get to the Willie Lynch. What had happened was, right? You got these companies that don't want to invest in you if they think you old and washed up. Tech Nine. How many shows? He might probably do the most tours, sell the most merch. Eminem. These guys are in their 50s. 50s. So the corporations are the ones who enact the Willie Lynch shit. Because they say, I don't want to invest in him. I can't sell him to the youth. Now, this is what they do with the youth. The youth, they use the youth, because I hate when people say youth. So I try to enunciate my TH. I be ODing, but I hate with the youth. Listen, with the youth, they use the youth to misguide the youth, right? So when you of a certain age, they don't want to invest in you because you're no longer pushing certain messages. So the YNs, they use the YNs in rap to control what the YNs do on the street and vice versa. You can't tell a grown-ass man that's a certain age, yo, you not making no gangster music. Yo, you not doing this. Because when you are of a caliber of a Raekwon, a Ghost, a Slick Rick, you do what the fuck you want to do. You put your dues in the culture. So they'll tell you nobody wants to hear this. Nobody wants to buy it. But what they really saying is that we can't use you to control the youth for dysfunction, because you might actually come in the culture and say some shit. So when they make a song like Cream and it's a big record, they don't want you to make no song like Cream, because Cream has a message. Certain songs have a message. Now, Dirk. Let's take a little Dirk. Did y'all not see Dirk trying to clean it up? Some people say he was trying to clean it up because it was cap. He knew it was coming down the pipeline and all that. We don't know why, because once he take a shahada and becomes a Muslim, people always gonna say you doing something for something. But maybe he was genuine. Maybe he was making songs with J. Cole that were positive records, that because he was realizing he was pushing for peace. He was doing different things. Didn't you notice as soon as he was changing his point of view and how he was conveying his music, they locked him up. Now they got him. And then you had academics who y'all love, because y'all can say y'all don't love them, but the numbers show otherwise. Because people say they love me, but the numbers don't reflect the love. So something is not right. Academics was pushing to the dude, are you gonna slide for Vaughn? You gonna slide for Vaughn? Now, why would you sit before a pussy nigga who never did anything in the street? And it's his job to keep shit going. He made the war in Chirac, bro. He made the shit that got y'all wildin' and exploited y'all wildin', and you let him question you or what you gonna do on the street to a non-street nigga? See how niggas get tricked out of their position? See how niggas get tricked out of their position? So they invest in certain people, certain platforms, because they're going to keep the dysfunction going. They're going to keep them jails filled. They're going to keep them motherfucking morgues filled. They're going to keep that precinct shit going on. And they're going to keep all the bullshit going. And if you notice, every platform that perpetuates that shit on a daily basis is large. They get funding, they get sponsored, they get everything. Think about it. They get sponsored, they get everything. So now you got the youth who are going to think they're speaking to the youth in the dysfunction of the YNs. Every old head that I know is saying to the little dudes, y'all niggas need to chill. Y'all wildin'. Y'all don't have to. Y'all have access to what we didn't have. Y'all got computers. Y'all got internet. Y'all got gaming systems. Y'all got food. Do y'all know we grew up hungry? Do y'all know we grew up hungry? I'm talking about literally no food. Literally no food. We grew up with no food. We grew up with no school clothes, no Christmas. Y'all be having money down to your arm from your ear, but you got to pay it back. We'll talk about that another day. Y'all got all this shit. Y'all got all the access to the things that you aspire for, and still want to throw it all away. See, you rap to get out the streets. Y'all rap to go in the street. Who told y'all that that was cool to do? Who told y'all that was the plan? Know who told you that? The people funding you. The people who give you the money. Because if you didn't rap about that, you ain't getting no money. You ain't getting no bitches. You ain't getting no cars. You ain't getting no jewelry. You ain't getting no chains and whips. Get it? Chains and whips. You ain't getting that. I dare you. I dare any of you to go on a record label. I dare you to go in a record label, which don't exist. All these A&Rs and all this, it should be capped. But I dare you to go somewhere and start your rap with any universal greeting. I dare you to go in there and be like, yo, Hotep. The niggas probably look at you like, huh? What are you talking about? I dare you. I dare you to say black power in your rap. I dare you. Did you notice? The only word that's not a slur, that don't bother nobody, is the N-word. Did you notice that? Everybody says that. I think Dominicans and Puerto Ricans be ODing though. But everybody says that. The N-word. That shit don't bother nobody. I dare you to write a rap and be like, a barigani. I dare you. I'll be like, a what hookie? What is he talking about? But started with the N-word. You could start your rhyme with bitch. Say one of them other bad words. I dare you. I dare you to say a bad word. Because if you notice, and this ain't got nothing to do, I got nothing against my Spanish speaking people, but we gonna keep it real. The N-word is not a bad word. But if you say spick, you're racist. See how that works? You could be 101 N-words. I dare you to say one spick. I dare you, just one, just say it one time. Me and my spicks. I dare you. You cancel, you out of here. They gonna be like, we can't sell this. But you could kill 100 niggas. It's incredible. So the young and old thing has more to do with what they want to invest in. They got dudes afraid to age, to where dudes will be an old ass YN. Respectfully, this ain't directed at nobody, but I gotta keep it real. Unless you on some Samson shit, it ain't no way to me that a grown-ass man should be having nobody playing their hair. That's just me. Unless you got a shorty that do your hair. But when I be seeing dudes with their hair, that's just me. That's just me. I could be wrong. But it's like dudes be so busy trying to be a little nigga. You forgot you a grown nigga that probably got little niggas that look up to you. Once I could tell you to go to the store, you ain't no big nigga no more. You a little nigga like us. Once I could do what you do, how you a OG? Now you go to the store. Yo, you got them raps? This is what I'm saying. Like, so I'm confused. even, see, we so bugged out, we don't even do our history of our people, right? Look at them pictures of our beautiful black men for decades. They always properly dressed. They wore suits. They all look like businessmen. Motherfucker be in the store. They got on a 3-piece suit. We just always dressed with esteem. You could tell that's a man. You can tell that's a woman. You could tell that. Now, look. Niggas got their hair, the tips of their hairs blonde and shit. Earrings in their nose, lip. What happened? You know what happened? That thing down there and that. That's being spent. How dare you grow up? You know why? Because black men are not supposed to age. Because once we age, with age comes wisdom in most part. Knowledge, then comes the wisdom. Hopefully you get understanding, but with age come the wisdom. They don't want us around to say, yo, y'all little niggas tripping. They don't want you around to guide the youth. They don't want you to do that. So they like, yo, get that nigga out of here. That nigga trying to teach. That nigga, what'd he say? Clean up your act. Get off. Listen. The alcohol, the weed, the fucking pills. These niggas is dying. It's many of us of a certain age. We could have a headache. You know what's our cure for headache? Sleep. More sleep this headache off. Yeah, dudes might smoke their reefer, take their little shots, but these dudes are complete custies living in the time. AKA Lit TV, I appreciate you. The dudes are full-blown custies. They don't got no future. They're already martyred at like 22, 23 because of how many dudes they bodied. Or them getting bodied. They already martyred. They're already loved. So when you older, because I see somebody in the chat who I'm about to just, I think you want my attention. You're going to get it. And ironically, your name is Legends Never Die. And look at what look. His name is Legends Never Die. But look at what he's spewing. You see the hypocrisy, the stupidity, and the confusion. That's the type of dude who goes sit on the toilet and piss. Sit down and piss. When you was taught at a certain age, when you was going from infant to a little boy to stand up, yeah, you might have dropped your pants all the way down to your ankles, but you still stood up and pissed. Name is Legends Never Die, and disrespecting the legends at the same time. That's equivalent to a nigga saying Molly Percocet and say, I don't even do it. Telling you who are legends in the culture, what they not. Talking about who could sell out arenas. You know why some of them can't sell out arenas? Because you don't support shit. This the only people that I know that talk shit about culture, but don't even support the culture, even if it's free. Niggas whine and complain about free shit. Now, you pay for Netflix. Netflix don't be having nothing on there. But we saying who can't do what. And I don't want to put young against the old. So I don't want to diss Dirk. I don't want to diss Chief Keef. I don't want to diss a lot of them guys because hopefully they get old enough and they understand the damage that they might have caused. The same way that some of our elders now in hip hop realize the damage that they caused. And they change the message and change what they have to say. Jay-Z can't rap about certain things no more. So he don't. And you know what happens when you age and you grow up in your rap? Dudes will be saying you whack. I want that old hole. The nigga that was 26, that's 56 now. You know we don't give people room to grow. Anything that I said last week, I can't change my mind. You know you're not allowed to change your mind, right? You know you can't change your mind, right? With people. People will document. You said you don't like mayonnaise. I tried it. That shit was, well, not real. I'm just saying. Maybe I tried it and it was good. But you'll have comments. Or you, Nick, oh, where my shit at? Well, I don't know. You said you don't like mayonnaise. Even when I did the clips video, then I did another version of the clips video. In the first video, I said I didn't like the music. In the second video, I never even mentioned the music. I said I respect them for at least putting out the music. Nobody pay. You notice we in a day and time where nobody pays attention to context. In reading and comprehension is something called context clues. That is a real big thing about reading comprehension. And you don't even have to comprehend nothing reading because I'm orating it. But people don't be picking up what you putting down and then wonder why they be in the state they in. Because you stuck on stupid. Should be right in your face. It be information right in your face given to you and you'll kindly turn your head and look the other way because you want to argue. You want to be right. So what is old? What is old? What is young? Because if you are a certain age and you act a certain age, are you old or are you young? Because maturity, it's not an age thing. Especially with you deviants. Especially with you deviants. She's 17. Is she young to you? Depending on what her body look like, depending on what her conversation is, you gonna say she old and she ready. So how you pick and choose what's old and what's young? When it come to your deviance and you know, getting some action, you don't even look at age. You do it when it's convenient. You do it when you told to do it. I'm not looking at no 17-year-old. That's a baby to me. To me. To me. But to y'all, shit. Y'all couldn't go to jail. Shit, it's legal. Legal don't always mean right. You still gotta have morals. Still gotta have morals. Legal don't always mean right. It's legal for me to walk around with my joint. That don't mean I get to point it at people. That don't mean I get to scare people. You still gotta have morals. And morals is lost. Morals is lost. Because a lot of people do what they told and they do the bidding for the corporations. That's who told you you too old. Think about a job. They tell you you're too old at a job. I'm too old if I do my job. I thought the job was about doing a job. If I do my job, how I'm too old? Know when you too old? When that motherfucking money about to kick in and they know your pension, about the pension. They like, yo, this motherfucker got like 25 years. If he hit this year, we gonna have to pay him this. Or your salary is up. And they say, yo, we gotta get them out of here because we could get 2 people for the price of this one person, man. Let's get them out of here. It happens. They always trying to push old people out and bring in young people. And guess who they use to train the young people? The old people. Guess when the young rappers come in, guess who shit they use? The old people who's supposed to be washed up. How am I old and washed up and you using my hit record? Don't nobody want to hear my record? So when Coyle Ray comes in the game, I don't mean to single her out because that's my homie's daughter, but when certain of these artists come in the game and they using classics, how, if they old, if we rather hear that shit than this shit. They didn't do nothing better. They didn't change nothing. And then some of the old dudes got beat so long, they publishing coming back to them, they masters is coming back. They done wrung them out to dry. Now they like they don't even use them. They don't even need them no more. But this little dude, he likely to die. So I'm gonna put life insurance on him. Oh, that's real. I'm gonna get him a crib. That ain't his crib. My crib. I'm gonna get him a car. That ain't his car, my car. I'm gonna hook him up with a jeweler and I'm gonna 6 his chicks on him. And if all of that don't work, somehow he's sending it back in. You mean to tell me you think it's a coincidence that all these young rappers be in jail? You think it's a coincidence that all these rappers go to jail? You don't see Raekwon, Ghost, Jay-Z, Nas, 50, Eminem, 2 Chainz. You don't see none of them veterans in jail. You see the little niggas in jail. You see the little dudes in jail because it's all a scheme. They gonna use all of those tools to get that money back. I told you they all down together. All of them down together. A lot of them went to school together. A lot of them went to college together. A lot of them frat brothers together. They gonna get you. That's why these dudes all date the same chicks. Finish with him, go over there with him. It's all a game. It's all a scheme. That's why they want the old dudes out. Not because they can't sell no records, not because nobody want to see them. Shit, Rob Bass still somewhere performing It Takes Two. It's all a game. It's not a young man's sport. It's a young man's sport because they could be manipulated. They could be manipulated. That's why it's a young man's sport. The manipulation is in. The 10-year contracts is in. Oh, we got to take your house. This was my house. Shit. Gave you a 10-carat slum chain. The jeweler's down with it. The jeweler, I'm telling y'all, the jeweler is down with it. The jewelers is down with it. The real estate agents is down with it. The car lots is down with it. You got car lot. Let me tell you something. According to charity, the car lots, different people have to give shit away. So you think you getting it on the arm because you are who you are? Nah, they gonna get them a car. Shit ain't shit. Your shit lease. got about 6 months with this shit. You gotta give it back. I bet you all them older dudes know now. Don't go in the studio and smoke and drink up your studio session. And don't order no food. All that shit charged to you. But see, what y'all think is that if somebody said they just signed this deal, because y'all still talking about a deal, a deal, a deal. You ain't got no deal, a deal. I ain't never seen nobody in no deal that got the great end of the stick. Everybody gets shorted. Everybody feels slighted. Once stuff start happening, they feel slighted. And for the record too, I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Nas don't own Master Appeal or run it. I'm just gonna break that to y'all. Look up who owns Master Appeal. So shout out to, I know Nas get all the credit. Nas is doing this, Nas is doing that. Shout out to Nas, but we gotta stop the cat. Look who owns Master Appeal Records. It's not Nas. We just gotta stop the cat. And I'm happy that they putting out a lot of veterans, but Nas don't own Master Appeal. Just look it up for yourself. That's all you gotta do. And if y'all start researching more than you regurgitate, you'll have proper understanding on a lot of shit. But I know it's easy to just to go off of he said or she said, or sometimes somebody just looks so intelligent and smart, and you just go off it because they said it. But remember, when you say something that don't make no sense, you can't blame them. You said it. Your mama, your grandmother, everybody told you, yo, stop listening to what everybody say. But a deal. What is a deal? What is a deal? There is no deal. There's no situation that's going to benefit you when somebody give you 100. You think they want 100 back? That's a loss. Because your 100 was supposed to make $1 million so they could fund this now. Just like when Craig Mack and Biggie was signed to Bad Boy, Craig Mack money made the money so Biggie could come out. That's why Craig Mack came out first. That's why they had the Big Mac thing. Flavor in Your Ear went platinum. They wasn't expecting that. That shit blew up. So that money that came in from that funded everything. That's why I always say that's the house that Easy Mo B built. Nobody gets a good deal when you dealing with them folks. What good is any deal that could get ripped up and tore apart or you could get dropped? What did you really get? There's no such thing as guarantee when you dealing with them. Ain't no guarantee. Sometimes you have behavioral clause, you have different clauses that, yo, if you do this, this shit dead. Just like with Kanye. Kanye was like, I got a deal that I could say this and they can't do nothing. Yo, Tiger Stewart, I don't know what's wrong with you. I don't know if you want attention. You got to chill, fam. If you want to stick around, man, just chill. Because you don't know what you're talking about. And I'm not even going to argue with you. Like, again, man, I always talk what I know. I'm not these other niggas, man. I'm talking about what I was there for. And whether y'all like it or not, I was there for a lot in the flesh. There was a thing before the internet called the streets where you had to be outside. You had to be there. Y'all missed that. I was there. Don't tell me about nothing. I was there in many studio sessions. There. Many record labels. I was there. I'm not one of these dudes who just come sit and talk. I was there. I know what it's like for somebody to ask me for my social security number so they could send me a contract. My cousin was there with me. And I was 15. And he was 16 going on 17. There. This ain't no myth or rumor. I don't care who y'all watch in this culture. A lot of them be lying. I don't have to lie because I don't need validation from people I don't know. I was there. I was there. Literally. Why you think I could call my phone, call people on my phone, and they pick up on the first ring? You think that's internet? You think it's because I got this? I call legends. Legends. Easy Mo B lived around the corner for me. That's my big bro. So cut it out. Cut it out with that shit. Go watch the niggas who you like that give you what you want. Don't come here to try to debate me. Because you can't win, Rocky. I don't even want to stick my chest out. But I was there. I was literally in the studio sessions. I was there. Literally. Like a sponge. Just sitting there. Anyway. All right. Shout out to Long Island, too. I see you, OJ DJ. Shout out to Long Island. Shout out to the 5 boroughs. Yo, shout out to... Yo, they say it's a young man's sport, right? Think about this. All the dudes that are of a certain age have body tiny desks. Y'all see Scarface tiny desk? It's some tiny desks that I love. I love Scarface. My sleepers is Rakim, tiny desk. OC, tiny desk. Even Smith & Wesson tiny desk was fire. Big Daddy Kane, tiny desk. Them niggas ain't YNs. Them niggas ain't little. They not young. They not youth. But you know what they got over other people? They got classic records that's forever. Classic records that's forever. All of our OGs right now are putting out music. Why these little niggas ain't putting out no music? And I don't want to come down on them. I don't want to diss them because I really believe that we should be guiding them. But there's people fronting that won't even let us deal with them. They might want to do a song with the OG. You know what the label would tell them? They too old. Fuck it, a nigga be too old if he got a fan base. So what was these little niggas growing up listening to? You know who's old to the YGs now? YNs? They grew up on Guwop. And for the record too, all you dudes in the streets calling yourself Guwop, Moowop, and Wop Wop, Baloo Bop, Wop Bam Boom, and all that, stop it. I don't want to see no nigga named Moowop or these names, man. Anyway. The OGs. J. Cole is 40. But I'm not shitting on the youth. I hope the youth could make classic songs so they could tour and get money forever. I do wish that for them. Because I know some of these dudes that they keep saying is old, gonna get money forever. They're gonna get money forever. I don't care if it's a boat ride. I don't care if it's Club Shadow. Y'all know nothing about that. It's from New York City. But they gonna get money forever. They're gonna get money forever. I don't know about some of these other guys because you gotta make a hit record and you gotta make a classic. I mean, Soulja Boy might be able to crank. I don't even know if he could crank Soulja Boy somewhere no more. It's just the truth. I think Chief Keef could live forever. But see, let me tell you the difference between these little dudes and us. We respect our veterans. They made records that remind us when we was young, so we still love them to this day. When they show out, right? When they show up, Eric Ford, I appreciate you. When they show up, right? This what we do. We love that shit. Y'all never saw the first of all, I body y'all real quick like this. Give me somebody who's a better performer than Dougie Fresh right now to this day. That's 25 and younger. Stanley, I appreciate you. Give me somebody that's a better performer than Dougie Fresh. Give me one of these young dudes that you love they show. So if Dougie Fresh is the greatest entertainer to this day, and he's 60 cash, how could you say it's a young man's sport? Give me one of these young dudes. Give me one of these young dudes that got a wild, dope show. And again, what is young? Because the dudes they be trying to play young and cosplay young, niggas ain't young. Drake is 38. That ain't young. I'm sorry. Wayne is not young. Kendrick is not young. They not young. They not old as some of the vets, but they not little niggas no more. They not YNs. So stop it. I just had to say that tonight. I ain't want to keep y'all long. Just like I said, it's my last hip-hop show for a while. I'm going to go back to the sensationalism and shit, you know. We got to get these coins. But stop with the young shit. Just because a nigga got barrettes in his hair or he got earrings in his lip and fucking doing little nigga shit, that don't mean he a little nigga. You know what I'm saying? Griselda, they not young. 34 is not young. It's not young. So if NBA Youngboy is 25 and Travis Scott is 34, you don't think NBA Youngboy look at that nigga like an old nigga? I know Nicki act young. She act immature. She still, well, I think that, you know, she got a bunch of voices, still got hair colors and all that shit. But ain't you sitting there wondering, yo, when she gonna grow up? When we gonna hear some music that's age appropriate? Exactly. Exactly. The H-Word channel, exactly. You think niggas do more shows than Melly Mel? Now, I don't think Melly Mel should be doing no diss records. The Eminem shit was trash. But you mean to tell me he not doing the message somewhere? How is it a young man's sport if he doing the message everywhere? He doing the message everywhere. Just really think about that. Don't you want that career? Don't you want that career, or you want the career where you the dope YN, but then you a custody? You want to look like Kodak, but that's what young is, Kodak Black. Most of these dudes is malnourished and shit and already smoked out and pilled out. That's what you want? Or you want to look like Malice and Pusha T look like they take care of themselves. A lot of the older dudes, you see them in the gym now. You see them, yo, I'm drinking water. You see them losing weight. You see them trying to get it together. Little dudes be finished. And I kind of think that that's our fault too. I think that's our fault too. Because when we were younger, they pushed that reefer on us, hard body. So I ain't gonna really say dudes wasn't on some drug shit too. I ain't gonna say that. Because dudes was on some drug shit, hard body too. It was just a different drug of choice. And that was marketed and promoted though. That was even promoted. Look how many weed songs it was in the 90s. Think about that. It was mad weed songs. That shit was marketed and promoted. It was part of the culture. Niggas had St. Ives commercials. This is what I'm telling you about corporate dollars. Corporate dollars have people doing shit they got no business doing. St. Ives commercials got some of the dopest beats. One of them, Biggie was rhyming to New York, New York before everybody. I know you're thinking, God damn, what he drinking? The cookie letter. He was rhyming that. He was rhyming to New York, New York beat before we even knew what New York, New York was. All they did was change it. All they did was change it. But that was still corporate dollars. Why? Because they wanted us drunk and high. The drunk and high came in. That's what stopped the conscious music. Because it was about getting bent, smashing chicks, and getting high. So that's what they did with that. That's what they did with that. They did that on purpose. That was the corporate dollars to stop the youth from being rebellious, black, and proud. Then the gang shit started coming in more. That's why they pushed Kane and Rakim, Poor Righteous Teachers, BDP. That's why they pushed that out. Them niggas is old. These little niggas gonna follow our lead. They gonna drink beer. They gonna smoke reefer. They gonna do all that. And they gonna have these streets out of control. The streets is out of control. The grand scheme is together. The streets is out of control. That means we gonna get this jail funding. We gonna get these little government programs funding. These morgues gonna be jinking. Fucking gangs started getting promoted in the music. Snoop and them when they came out, how old you think they was? But when I say, why is Snoop making some shit called Gin and Juice in 2024? Why are you hating? He don't got enough money? But you'll call me a hater for pointing out some real shit. Like he need the money. He ain't targeting us. We don't drink gin and juice and no shit. Half of us don't even fucking drink. No more. So who is he targeting? Just like the strip club music. That's why all the female rappers is scallywags. Because they want your daughter to be a scallywag. You gotta have money to fuck with a broke chick. Make that make sense. I gotta have money and you ain't got shit. Now you got men online calling other men broke. Like they want another man to take care of them. Because a nigga want to be in this soft nigga era. So a nigga like you broke. Who cares if I got money, nigga? I ain't got to take care of you. You got men calling other men broke. Who cares if another man got money? What that got to do with you? You want to live in your soft nigga era? You want a nigga to take care of you? So why are you saying what another man got? Niggas is broke. So you ain't got to take care of him. What, he got to have money to take care of you? That's why women call men broke, right? Women call men broke because they say a man can't take care of them because they broke. So why would a man call another man broke? You want a nigga to take care of you? Because if you got you and you doing you, fuck you worry about what I got. But once again, I told y'all, what's the biggest disses? Broke, you a hater, and you old. And nobody want to be none of that shit. But guess what? I'll be all three. You know why? Because I'm broke. And please tell my family that so they stop asking me for shit. I'm old because I experienced a lot of shit. And I got through it and I'm here today. And I'm a hater because I hate all bitch ass niggas. And if you qualify to be a bitch ass nigga, I hate you.
Doggie
I'm
Diamonds
out.
did this.